Hello and welcome to SoulWhat, a Soultopia podcast. I'm Michelle Welch.
And I'm Roger Welch. What's up today, Michelle?
I'm doing great today. A lot's been going on. How about you?
Good, busy. All of a sudden it went from nothing to 90 miles an hour.
It's not been nothing, though.
Oh, well, that's true. But
So-
it's been like slam busy this week.
Yeah,
And it's
we've
just
been
Tuesday.
pretty busy. Well, I felt pretty busy, but yeah, we've been pretty busy. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm always cleaning the thing with this. I shouldn't do that, should I?
Yeah,
Yeah, cleaning the tablecloth.
maybe before or after.
Yeah, maybe. So, no, it's been really, really busy. I've always said, like, this whole time, past, like, how many weeks now? 8 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
That it seems like we've been running
We've
a
actually
mile a minute.
been busier now than normal.
Right. And
Actually, I
so,
talked to Seren today, and he said the same thing.
Seren from,
Boulder.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because
How are they?
Good. They were busy. They were still working. They were supposed to already been gone like 2 hours
You
ago.
want to tell everybody who that is?
So Seren is our, we buy our singing bowls. He's from Nepal, but he actually lives in Boulder, Colorado now. And so I needed to get some inventory. Plus I got a special order that I need to order and some tingsha bells. And I'm going to probably get a set of crystal bowls, colored crystal bowls, 7 chakra colors for
Where are we
myself.
putting those? In our house?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, yeah, we need a place for those because we don't have a place for those. do
Maybe
we?
at the house. Could
Maybe
be
down
fun.
at Bishop.
Yeah, maybe at Bishop.
So when is Bishop reopening? I was down there today, you guys. That's down in Dallas at Tyler and
Davis
Davis.
and Tyler, yeah.
Bishop, it's kind of Bishop Arts
So-
District, and we were inventorying everything to make sure we're going to get stuff down there again and opening when.
We got 7 boxes out there. I just saw there's 1,000 pounds of candles coming
Woo.
in 2 days. Thursday, Matt said he'll come help unload the truck.
All right. Good, because I unloaded it last time. Actually, there were a couple of us that unloaded it, and it
I'm
wasn't
work-
easy.
glad
And
I'm
we didn't
working
even have a
Thursday.
lift last time.
Glad
so,
I'm working Thursday.
How convenient. I'll make sure
Erica
that they
needs
stay.
to be here to help unload that. Bring those boys with you. They can lift a box or
those-
2.
Those boxes are heavy,
Yeah,
but we
they-
made sure we have a lift this time.
There's a few boxes of herbs in there too, but most candles.
Man, yeah, it was a lot of work.
I may have ordered a few boxes of sand,
Of sand?
Mm.
For what?
colored sand.
Colored sand?
Colored sand.
We always have, so more than just, what are you going to do with that?
Sell it.
Okay. So
I
you
think-
want to tell people what we use that for?
Typically as an ash catcher, and it also helps protect some of the porcelain bowls or pots. If you're burning incense or anything, charcoal's in there, it helps distribute the heat out.
You use those
And it looks
in,
pretty.
like ritual. It's pretty. You use them in spells or anything like that, and rituals? or
You
anything?
could, yeah.
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 I remember I took when I was in like middle school, we had a time, they'd always try out new things in school. I was one of those schools where I think if there was a new idea, they tried it. It's probably why they forgot to teach me how to multiply.
They tried
Probably, yeah. My
multiply?
mom realized it. I was going into high school and she realized I didn't know how to multiply.
I learned to multiply with a basketball.
Okay.
The teacher stood in the middle of the room. She held a basketball, and you lined up around it. She'd take the basketball, throw it to you. You catch it, and when she threw it, she'd say 3 times 3, catch it, 9, and throw it back. If you didn't, sit down.
Yeah, so that's a good way to, like, kinesthetic or whatever. Is that the
Yeah.
right word? Yeah, to, like, get people to spell and all that kind of stuff. That's how it worked with Trevor to spell.
I sucked at multiplying.
So,
until
yeah, I
did
didn't
that.
know how to, I kind of was adding. So then, but anyway, I could go on and on about that. So we figured out, it wasn't high school, I think it was junior high. Sometime my mom realized I didn't know how to multiply. And I thought it's probably because I did sand art at school in Longview.
You did sand art instead of
Sand art,
multiplication?
because you could take these little mini classes.
You know, that really helps in life.
I know. Well, it helps now because you're ordering boxes of sand. So you get these little bottles and you pour one color in, then you'd pour another color in, you'd pour another color in, you put the cork on top, and you had a little bottle of sand.
So
I
if y'all
think
want
my
to see
mother still
Michelle
has that.
if you want to see Michelle in action, guys, come by here next week. She'll be doing sand art.
I'll
out
be
front.
pouring sand in bottles instead
Not
of
sure what she's going to
multiplying.
do with them, but you know.
Instead of, I did learn to multiply. I think she caught me over the weekend. It doesn't take you that long to learn to multiply. It's not that hard. They just forgot to teach me. And they had me in advanced math. I think they thought because, you could read that you knew how to multiply, but clearly, and they just put you in all the, well, that was not true.
Not
I
the way.
never to this day have liked math. Anyway, so how we get on that
Okay.
subject?
All right.
Oh,
so
we're getting sand.
we're getting sand.
Well, that will be very useful for our store, I feel certain. Everyone. So we had little packets of sand anyway.
Well, that's what it is. It's little packets of color sand.
Okay, well, we sell a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So candles, I'm getting all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And so it's so fun to go inventory down at Bishop, you guys. Here's what I want to do is on our Crystal 2, we're about to wrap up our Crystal Certification Level 1.
Take them down, let them count the crystals.
No.
Oh.
On Crystal, that'd be good because they'd certainly learn them.
That's what they need to do.
Okay, so but on Crystal Level 2, I want to take everybody who takes it in there, and I want to hide a couple like gems, like not gems like gems, but like kind of. Like hide a couple of things, but in plain sight. And whoever finds it and says that this is the deal, like this is the best deal in the store. Because there was a generator crystal, it was about this big, and it was marked for like $25. And it was a generator. Okay, so my class right now would know, my Crystal 1 class would know,
Yeah.
that is worth more than $25.
Mm.
Okay, so it's in the case, but it was only marked for like $25. So that's a find.
That's a fine.
Right, so I think that would be a great idea and say, okay, the one or two people who, if you find the deals, you pass. If you don't find it, you don't. How about that idea?
That sounds good.
I mean, like some of the stuff, I was just like, are you kidding me? Seriously, I was like, there were a bunch of, Erica could probably remind me of all that stuff today that we were going, and I was like, and she was saying, would you please help count this? And I'd be like, oh, it's a whatever. Oh, it's a garnet. Oh my gosh, this is a garnet. It's like, I was like, it's my store, but I was getting so excited. All the stuff.
You
It was
always
really-
do.
I know.
How
There
much
was-
of it did you bring home for yourself?
I do have a fluorite in my pocket that I
so-
stole from the store. Let's see. Now I see how easy it is, you guys. We watch you. Rogers does watch the cameras a lot. But there was only one of these left, the fluorite. They call them coin stones or coin.
Like coins.
Well, I didn't know how to look them up, but this was a little fluorite, and it does help me focus, can't y'all tell?
Yeah.
So I did take it because I didn't want to enter it. So it's easier to just take it.
Okay.
So it's not in the system, so it didn't mess anything up. So there
Nice.
we go to help me focus. So tonight, we're talking about, do you know?
Bigfoot.
Okay, so Matt's happy. Change of topic, Bigfoot. Okay, what's your favorite fact about Bigfoot?
Sasquatch. We were just talking. We were
What's-
just watching him.
So what's your favorite fact?
That it's a myth that he's really smelly.
What does he smell like? Your new
Roses.
hand sanitizer?
My new hand sanitizer.
So Roger
Because
has new hand
I
sanitizer.
shipped it out to all the Bigfoot.
No. So what's
the
your
world.
favorite? No, I'm serious. What is your favorite? Why do you like Sasquatch so much?
Because he is the world champion, hide and seek champion.
That's a joke.
It's true.
Okay.
Have you found him yet?
No,
Well,
seriously.
then what's your problem?
What's your favorite fact? Why? I'm asking you seriously. Why do you like him so much?
I think it's because it really is the fact that people do go, they hunt, they try to find him, and they just get real close, and then it just kind of fades away.
So do you think he goes in between dimensions?
I do. I
Like
was
a
watching.
unicorn?
Yeah, there's a show actually. It's and I can't remember which season or which show it is. I could go and look because I watched it not too long ago. But it's on the Ancient Aliens.
Surprise, surprise. Roger watched Ancient Aliens. I mean,
Yeah.
hello.
Well, I had
Is
to do
it the crazy haired
something.
guy?
Well, he's on all of them, but
Okay.
he's getting out there.
He's like, I think it was aliens. Okay.
No,
so,
no
so
shit,
tell me
Sherlock.
something you didn't know.
That's all you ever say.
Well, right now they actually revealed that there are UFOs in the middle of everything that's going on, right? Neil and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, nobody's paying attention to it. Do you know that?
I like the ones with the Navy.
It's like, hello, there are, and like nobody cares.
Yeah,
but anyway, back
the
to you.
Navy video popped up again. I'm like, it's like 4 or 5 years old.
Back to Mr. Bigfoot. Why?
Yeah, but this show is actually, there is a show, and it actually talks about the correspondence of when there actually is a real legit sighting of Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually UFO activity afterwards.
Okay.
Or before, right around the same side.
Do you think that's why there's kind of like there's the Chewy and Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. Every time you go by Starbucks, guys, remember to get that grande $10
latte.
Chewy latte.
No, but there's the Chewy guy in Star Wars, and then there's the in Guardians of the Galaxy. There's not the Groot. No, what's the other one?
I have raccoon.
No, okay, that's Guardian. The other, not Star Wars, but the other like big thing.
Star Trek.
No.
I have no freaking
There's
idea.
another one, you guys. Who is it? Don't leave me out.
Buck Rogers.
Out to dry.
Buck
You're
Rogers.
just leaving me hanging out. Westopedia, where are you when I need you? No, there's another one. That's like kind of Sasquatches like.
Oh, Star Wars. You're talking about Chewbacca.
I was talking about Chewbacca. That's on Star Wars. I already said
Wars,
him.
Yeah, I have no clue what you're talking about.
There's another one.
There's another one. Are you talking about that spoof show of Star Wars? What was it called? The spoof.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah,
that's not what I was talking about.
Spaceballs. That was it.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
So I don't know. I thought there was another one. So those are all pretending
no
to be
idea
the
what you're talking about.
Okay, so who else? So which can you talk? Are you willing to talk, Matt?
I don't know if anybody can hear me, but I can talk.
Okay, so I'll repeat it. What's your favorite thing? So you guys, Matt does a documentary, so on Sasquatch, and what's your favorite thing about him?
I think my favorite Sasquatch fact that I've ever heard was from an anthropologist who told me that all native cultures have stories about coyotes, and they have stories about Sasquatch or wild men.
Yeah.
You want to repeat that?
I like that. Yeah,
So
because every
native
culture actually has the stories about coyotes and the wild man, which are
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
And
So
they tell stories about real animals. They just give them magical powers and
Yeah.
things like that. So
Okay.
makes
So
you
I mean,
wonder.
it does make you wonder, and I believe when stories go on for so long, there has to be some measure of truth. I mean, behind the lore. Clearly, the business I'm in, why wouldn't I believe it?
Yeah.
I just find myself to be interested in some things and not so much interested in other things. I guess I don't, but I'll go with you. But when you use the word hunting, I was going to say earlier
can
that
hunt
has a
with a
bad
camera.
connotation to it, but then I thought, well, Easter egg hunting doesn't have a really bad connotation. But when I think about hunting, are they going to shoot him?
No, they're
I hope not.
cameras with them.
Cameras, like that kind of
Yeah.
hunting. Okay.
Actually, there was a show on. It's called Northern Exposure, and there was a guy. One of the characters actually
I
liked
love
him.
that show.
Remember the guy that was the bartender on the bar?
Yeah.
And he used to hunt. He was like the big hunter till he had a change of heart. So he would still go and hunt, but he had like the stock of the gun with a camera mounted on top of it. So when he pulled the trigger, it's actually taking pictures of
So
the
he felt
animals.
like he was hunting,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So they would still go hunt, but he would hunt with pictures.
Hey, well, hunting, essential business.
Mm-hmm.
Gun ranges around here. Texas. I wonder if that was all over the country.
It's probably not.
Probably not. Okay, so I do find it interesting, though. I think there's probably a lot of multidimensional type. Do you think it's a multidimensional thing, Matt,
I think there's a lot of stuff going on.
that we don't know?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't really
Yeah.
explain. Yeah, me too.
I think it's lots of things.
I guess I meant Sasquatch. Same thing. Is that your answer?
Well, that's what I mean. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that people experience that they may attribute to Sasquatch, but it's actually something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff we don't know. We got little bitty pea brains, right?
Well, I know that there was not too long ago they were talking about it, some pictures and stuff, but you kind of could see probably an owl or something. You know, you
See
see that
what?
an owl's, like an owl sitting in a tree and the eyes glowing.
What's your point?
Well, because you see stuff all the time pop up, and it's like, oh look, it's a Sasquatch.
Oh, I mean, it was an
You
owl.
can tell it's actually not. It's what people want to see sometimes.
Well, yeah. But my guess is that this is something that is probably real, and there's a reason we don't see it or very often. I don't know how to make my point, but it doesn't want to be seen.
True.
Okay. Because what would we do? I mean, humans always find a way to mess anything up we interact with in a way.
So what are we really talking about today?
So our subject really is well, first of all, I wanted to talk about that tennis thing.
What
So you know
tennis
when we had James and Tyler on,
Yeah.
can we talk about this?
Sure.
Okay, so I gave it to Matt to play. You guys, it is kind of funny. So I don't know if we'll have an ad with it though when we play it. So here we go. So when we had my son James and he's like my son, but we had my son Tyler and James on. I was talking about how would you social distance and play tennis, because they were letting people still play tennis and basketball, and I sort of stuck my foot in my mouth and was saying, like, talking about the balls. So here's this lady in wherever. This is real, okay? This isn't a joke. You want to
Unless
play
they're
it?
from the same household, has to bring their own tennis balls so that you don't touch other people's tennis balls with your hands. You can kick their balls, but you can't touch them. I'm going to blush, sorry. Of course, if you're playing with someone in your household, you can touch those tennis balls. To avoid confusion between whose balls are whose, you can use a marker, like a Sharpie, to mark out, to put an X or put someone's initials on them. I would just say...
So, she's almost as good at explaining it as you are.
She started saying tennis balls, so she would, but she could, those markers are going to come in handy.
Yeah.
To know whose balls are whose.
Put initials on my balls. So
When you go play tennis. Anyway, I sent that because I thought that was pretty funny. Because, see, I'm not the only one
yeah.
that has trouble with that. Okay, so that's not our topic either.
That's not our topic.
So our
Thank
topic
God.
was, this weekend we're still doing virtual everything, but we had limited social distancing. I don't know how y'all exactly did it for our Soultopia Sensation.
I did it in here. I sat on this side because I was doing aura photography. I was sitting on this side. I had the person sitting on that side. I had my computer hooked up to this screen, and I hand sanitized them as I was doing everything.
You sprayed it at
I was
them.
like, put your hands out. Hold your hands up. Psh, psh, psh. And then I cleaned everything between people.
So you did aura chakra.
Yeah, the aura chakra.
Aura chakra,
Yeah.
chakra, I can't even say it. And then we had, so our topic is different types of readings. There you have it. Finally, the topic is something, all the different types of intuitive messages you can receive, and whether or not, I'm going to add, whether or not those are useful and valuable. So I talked to the people who did those, all of them today. I've talked to them. Roger, Erica did palm readings, which has been around a long time. Rachel did a regular reader here who does a lot of interesting modalities, has helped a lot and come for a long time to my Intuitive Insights class. She did eye readings, which I was very grateful to her because I was supposed to do that and was working on my book. Got it turned in last night, yay. And so she did eye readings. She is very good at different modalities. And then Ace, who's another very proficient, great, popular reader here, she did voice readings. So you want to talk a little bit, I know we've taken up a lot of time, but like briefly about kind of your, what you offer with your aura
So
photography?
mine's really complicated because we use a machine to do it.
Yeah.
So it gets all scientific. Actually, the machine's kind of cool because it reads your bioenergy through your body. It's not like I always tell people, there was some old school stuff out there. It's kind of like a Polaroid with color lenses falling in front of it and snap a picture kind of fast type deals.
Right.
I've still seen some of those things floating around, but ours actually doesn't use the camera for anything other than putting your image into the report for you. That's really all it does. The way the colors and way the reading is about your energy in your body and how it feeds. So you have a pad, it looks like a giant mouse.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like this right here. Hold it out. So looks like that, and all you do is you just rest your palm directly on the bottom of it, and you can actually feel it start tingling in the palm of your hand.
You can, yeah.
And you can feel it tingling there, and but it reads like the energy through your body, how your chi, your energy flows through your body and flows into the pad. It reads it, and the report actually comes, through all the scientific part of it. The computer, actually, this computer, that's all we use it for, is because we don't want to overload it with anything else. But it just puts the report together. But it shows everything from your chakra levels for each one. It shows relaxation. It shows your, how large and how much energy your aura carries with you. One of my favorites, it shows me, people pick up energy from other people. And it shows you if you really are good at kind of shedding that off or if you carry it with you.
Right. So you actually, then it prints out a picture of.
So we can print a picture of, put your image in it with the aura and show the aura, how your aura looks around you.
So your auric
the
field.
colors,
Yeah.
the auric field. It'll also show if there's like spots maybe where you've picked up some, stagnant energy or negative energy even or anything like that, or where you just need to maybe come across and do a little clearing or sometimes even a little deeper clearing and cleansing on yourself.
So it might also show if you have like spirit guides with you. So it's not just negative things, right? Too, and it might show, if your auric field needs smoothing, so you might need like a healing afterwards. And you've done it where you can compare a clearing after, and then it'll be smooth afterwards.
Yeah,
right?
actually, and I had a lady on Sunday and went through hers, and she had a few things, and I told her I wanted her to come back and actually do it again in a couple of weeks, kind of work on herself, and let's take a look at it again. She's going to be pretty surprised what just 2 weeks of working, how much difference it will make on her.
Yeah, you did one where you actually you cleared and then immediately did it after, just as a test one time, right?
Yeah.
We can even do dogs and cats.
Yeah, actually we can. Carla was just telling me that. So there's another little attachment that plugs into the hand pad, and it's really just a couple of metal plates, and you put the cat or dog's paws directly on the plates and just let it sit
Yeah,
there.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Scooby came,
Great Dane.
big Great Dane Scooby. He just came up, and I was like, just picked his paws up and set them on there, and he just,
We have pictures of
He just
Scooby.
sat
I
there.
don't have them right now, but
he just sat there with his paws there. He just kind of looked around.
So we have a picture of Roger doing that from Sunday, and Roger, you also you can also do a picture of their shock. Give them. Do you print out the picture of their chakras?
I give them a choice.
Yeah.
I give them a choice because in the report you get everything. That report's like 14 pages long.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you get that email to you. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
there you are.
That's when I was working. Yeah.
So it doesn't have. I didn't catch you when you had it up on the screen.
No.
Anybody's image up on the screen,
No.
but yeah.
But what's cool is that I can print out, like if you wanted like your face picture part of it, where it's showing your face with the aura around you, I can do that. Or if you want to do, there's one that shows like a body image, and it shows the chakras
Right.
coming out like a frontal facial position, and it shows the aura around. And then there's also one that's a side facing.
Yeah, like a profile
Like a
that
profile,
shows
yeah.
right. It's really cool. And then you get a full report of all kinds of things, but then you also give like an intuitive report
Correct.
just while they're sitting here.
Yes.
Yes, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So that was one of the different kinds of readings. It's been around a long time. There used to be the Kirlian Photography kind, the old kinds that they used, and so it's not anything new. You can see the auric fields with Kirlian Photography. That's not why it was originally developed per se to do it for this, but they would see that that everything did have a kind of a vibration to it, an auric field to it. You can see it from plants. You can Google it. Kirlian Photography. You can see the auric field.
It'd be kind of cool to have one of those.
A crystal or a plant or Wes had found one for us, and then we didn't ever get it. And but it
People,
will show.
I think, ended up backing out. They didn't want to get rid of it.
Did a lot of. Well, I don't blame them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So then we had. Let's see. We had Erica doing palm reading. Now she reads. If I have this right, if she's on there, I'm not sure. I know she was needing to cook or eat or something. But
Cook. She
was.
can cook?
I don't know if she was cooking. Well, yeah, she can cook.
I thought M cooked.
So they both do. So they were. She was. I think she does Vedic astrology.
I think that's
palm
right.
reading, but I'm not 100% sure. So she was doing palm reading, and we have a picture of her too. And we were all wearing masks. Erica has asthma, so she was maybe at the moment taking a little break because when you have asthma and you're wearing that mask, it's a little bit rough.
Oh, it was even, yeah.
It was hard.
I
But
kept pulling
no,
on
that's Rachel. Well, let's just talk about Rachel first. Let's leave it there. So Rachel, if you're listening, I'll describe it. But if you're watching, this is Rachel, and she was doing eye readings. And so Rachel is a regular reader here.
Yeah.
Fascinating person because she's in the Army also, and just a brilliant person and a wonderful friend and wonderful person. If y'all want to get a reading from her, does all kinds of readings. And so she was doing eye readings, and I actually she's been on the show before, and I actually asked Rachel to give me just a few thoughts about, she said, basically she reads on the iris color, symmetry. She said, think about like lazy eye lids or things like that. I definitely have a lazy eye. Do y'all know which one it is? I definitely have one. I do, yeah. Eyelashes, she said focus out, like she would focus out and take in how the eye and eyebrow combine. The whites of the eyes also. If they ask a question, she would, the answer points itself to a specific part. The eye becomes the oracle card. Let's see. Example, and she's not giving anything away here. She had a question, and the answer presented itself in the iris color. It was not brown, but more of a mustard brown, no flecks. The message was about being a mustard seed and how the person felt small, but with a little time becomes a large plant. That plant was family. So she read, it seems to me, more an intuitive reading from the eyes. Now, there are also eye readings that you can do based on very scientific, because I remember my aunt, she wasn't saying she was any kind of a psychic or anything like that, but they would look at eye charts and different things that they do, more of it from a health.
Yeah.
When we go to the health and wellness fairs, you'll see people giving eye readings. I've always kind of wanted to get one of those. My aunt used to do something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they can do like kind of analysis. It's not like an eye doctor, but it's sort of a health and sort of kind of a personality thing with your eyes too. So that's a little bit different. But yeah, Rachel was very successful too. They were really popular, all of these readings. Now this is Erica. Now what she did, you can't see in this picture, you can see a little bit. She had hand sanitizer. I'm just saying this because, the times we're in right now, hand sanitizing constantly. So she was actually doing palm readings, which were very popular. She is very, very good. She's very, very, has been studying this nonstop. Why are you smiling
She
at
had
me?
me to take a picture of my hand the other day and send it to her.
She had me too,
Yeah,
but I don't think I did it.
I did.
I was supposed to.
I sent her
But
two
if you
pictures.
ever want to, just blow her phone up by sending her pictures of your hand if you want
I
to.
sent her one like this and one like this.
Sure. Don't even want to know if you're not watching. So you can guess what he did. But she is so good, and I actually want her to teach the class again. She did an Intuitive Insights class where she taught us to do a 5-minute reading of palms. And she taught, there were probably, 25 people in that class? And we all, by the end of it, could do a 5-minute reading. And I'm talking, we knew what we were doing. She is so good at teaching it.
Freaking, she's just got it.
She got it, and she has every book on it. She not only does she study it, she knows how to do it intuitively, but she was she takes it very serious. Now this, we have on this a picture of Ace. Ace, I just talked to. She was here reading today. She was our daily reader. She's a very popular reader. Reads here and at Bishop Arts, and virtually. So, however, Zoom or by the phone. All of these, Erica doesn't read regularly, but everybody, Roger, Ace, and Rachel are some of our most popular readers. And so Ace had this board up, a whiteboard, between her and the person that she was reading for. And these were voice readings. So here's what she did. She had them read a statement. That's what's on that whiteboard. She had them read a statement from our website. Now, how clever is this? It was a promotional about Roger and I. It's about us. I just found that out today. I didn't know that. And I thought, well, there you go. So she told me that, and I was like, well, thank you.
I was trying to figure out what the hell she was doing. I was like, what?
She thought she was social distancing. We were
I was
really
like,
smart with
man,
that
you
social
talk about
distancing.
social distancing there.
Yeah, we're really
I was
smart
like,
with
I'm
that.
in here right across the table from him. Erica's holding people's hands.
Well, Erica, now be real clear on that.
I know, she's
Erica
hands in
was
and doesn't the hell out
like
of him.
over the top with that. I was like, so don't get us in trouble on that one. We have gone above and beyond with these rules, you guys. It's ridiculous. Well, it's not ridiculous. And let me take that back, so I'm getting in trouble.
Good grief, Michelle.
Everything we
what
need
the
to be doing.
world?
All right, so anyway, this was really cool because I walked in and I thought she was social distancing. I thought, well, maybe we need to all be doing that. But she was having, so they would read like a DWI test. That's what we used to have them do. Well, when you get arrested, you used to go in and read. I didn't get arrested. I just know when I prosecuted them. They would have to read these. But anyway, they read something from our website. They all read the same thing. And she listened to their voice reading. And as they were reading, just the cadence in their voice, the inflection, and she's kind of a channeler. Like she closes her eyes when she's reading a lot, like I do, and she's channeling information as she's reading. And she was, even when she was telling me about it in there a few minutes ago, she was closing her eyes and she was channeling the information, you could tell. And so then, and once they read it, she would give them a message. She would receive message as they were reading. You can tell, because her hands are always out when she's talking and channeling. You can tell behind there that her hands are out. And then, so based on that voice alone, not seeing them, no body language or anything, she would receive a message. She could, in some, she could hear grief. She could hear shame, she said. She could hear fear. Not because of what they were reading, because that what they were reading was just about us, probably kind of boring on the website, right? But she could hear from the voice inflection, the tone, all that kind of stuff. And then they would pull to the side, and she would actually pull some cards for them and integrate the tarot cards into their reading. So that's so I thought that was very interesting, the different kinds of reading. We were going to have butt readings.
So I'm assuming, all right, so here's my thing.
Because that is a thing, y'all.
So the only reading that we didn't see were the butt readings, and the only reader we didn't see that was supposed to be there was you. So how were you going to do these butt readings?
I was going to do the eye readings. I wasn't going to do butt readings. The butt readings got nixed because we just thought they weren't that professional. They'd be more like
I still want to know how you were doing
fun
butt
party.
readings.
I wasn't doing them.
Who was?
No one. We asked someone and they declined.
What are you going to do? Like get a piece of paper?
And you're not doing it.
What do you do? Like get a piece of paper, have them sit on it, and see what type of crease they leave?
So what do you mean? That's gross.
Maybe you smack them on the butt and see how it jiggles and shakes.
Okay, you're going to say
No.
something inappropriate, and I'm going to be mad at you for the rest of the week. So just stop.
I'm curious about these butt readings and how they work.
Well, have you ever been? Actually, there are such a thing. First of all, but have you ever been
I've
where
never
they
had
do
a
like
butt
a
reading.
butt for talk instead of like a caricature of your face? Have you
No.
ever seen a butt?
A butt caricature?
Yeah,
No.
you haven't really.
Yeah, actually I have, but I've never had one done. I'd rather have you explain it to me.
The butt caricature.
Yeah. So what is that?
It's just a drawing of the profile, usually of somebody's butt.
Who wants a picture of their butt?
I've got one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Was it from a party?
No, he came to work.
Oh, so at work. So fun.
But see, it's much more fun to make her talk about it.
So would it be fun to get a reading an intuitive reading about your butt? Do you think it?
Well, you have this little curvature here on this side, but it goes straight on this side. You're not very balanced, I see.
See, I think it would be BS. But
Talking BS coming out of the butt, yeah.
okay, so
How about the? No.
I don't. So the other, just stop. So the other kind, if you're laughing that hard, I know you can't say it. You cannot. Don't even.
Oh, I can say it.
Well, you're not. I don't. I know you shouldn't
I
say
can
it.
say it.
And so the other kind we thought about doing was, well, it's a real deal that I was going to do, but I never have actually done them because I wanted to get y'all's opinion. I don't think people would be comfortable with it. So I think the only way, I don't think people would want to show me their teeth, but did y'all know teeth it's actually the biggest holder of energy. So if I can find out somebody where you have cavities, if you have had, what teeth you've had removed, what teeth you've had problems with, did you know that I can give you a total reading on that? And
That's
it's pretty
cool.
daggum good reading.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That is a very legitimate reading.
Yeah.
Because teeth, that's why we have so much fear held up in our teeth.
You should send them
and
up
people
to.
have nightmares.
You should send them up to let them see Ken, get him to do a little X-ray, and then bring their X-ray back, and then do a reading
I
off
should.
their X-ray.
Maybe I should do one for Ken. I mean,
Make Ken do
everybody
it.
up at the dentist. Yeah.
Make Ken do it.
Dr. Weinberg's office. Yeah, I'm going to have them all do them, and I'll
He'll
give them all
do it.
readings.
They're always asking me about it.
I will
like always.
give them all readings based on their teeth. Mine are so horrible.
He's. Yeah.
So I had, when I was pregnant with my first child, I had 8 months pregnant. I kept getting horrible. It was horrible teeth aches.
Mm-hmm.
And finally I went to the ER and they were like, did you know you are toxic on Tylenol? I'd taken so much Tylenol. I was overdosing on
It must have
Tylenol.
been taking like every hour.
And I was overdosing on Tylenol. And I was like, no, do you think I'm like trying to overdose on Tylenol? I hurt. And I'd been to the dentist so many times. It was a good dentist. Well, I had, you have like 3 canals in your teeth. I had 4. So I had this hidden canal, I guess, that they couldn't see. So they kept doing root canals and they're like, you're fine. So finally the ER figured out that I had a hidden canal. So that tooth, some big issues.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was about, security and all that kind of stuff. It was almost like a root chakra
Yeah.
tooth. It was way in the back. Yeah, so these issues go way back. So that's the type of reading that I'd love to do, but how many of you really want to, I think you'd have to just do a chart of their teeth and
You
say,
could do-
where do you have issues with your
Yeah,
teeth?
you could
Because
do
who's
that.
going to really want to show you your mouth? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably could do that. It's just like those X-rays where they, looks like the teeth, but flat.
Yeah, right.
And you
So,
mark-
no, I mean, I've
you
done,
go through there and mark. I
know.
got a cavity here.
Well, I've done a whole proposal on the whole,
Yeah.
so I have it all written out. The whole thing's ready to go. So we'll
Yeah.
do those. And then the other thing that a lot of people do is the handwriting. There's the handwriting,
Yeah.
the handwriting analysis where the kind of the barely, and I know there's a difference because Amy Unger Lewis, she's done it up here before.
Yeah.
She has the full thing where she could actually, I think, do it in court. There's a difference in the names. So there's one where you just kind of
She's
have
technical.
a little bit of training, and then there's one where you have like a serious, like year or 2 long training, where you could actually analyze their handwriting. There's a difference between the 2 types of reading,
I can barely make out some people's handwriting.
right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, mine?
Last night I was like, what the hell does this say?
When I'm writing fast,
I'm turning it around.
You can't
What
read
the
it all
fuck?
when I write fast. I
Seriously.
can write neat if I want to, but I don't usually want to.
I noticed.
Yeah. So, what else?
What other type of readings? I've seen the lip readings.
Yeah, lip readings.
Kiss readings.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But have you had one done before?
Nope. I thought about doing it. The day I was going to do it, though, she was busy.
Yeah, those would be interesting. So a lot of those have to do with, I think that, I don't know. How legitimate do you think most of them would be?
I think some of them got merit. Some of them just kind of intuition on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, it's kind of like butt readings, it's a little bit of intuition on it.
Of course, you bring that up again.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I like to have like study mixed with intuition. So I'd want to study a little bit on the thing like teeth. I've studied, plus then I'm going to add intuition in. I don't want to do it all intuition,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And that would be, I'm sure, how some people do all intuition, some do straight. That also goes into kind of a different subject, but some people will do no predictive type readings, and then some people will do all predictive type readings, right? It's kind of a little different thing, but people around here, it's interesting. They'll just assume a lot of times that people all do predictive type of readings, and not everyone does. They'll read cards, and they're just really straight up reading the cards. So they really, really learn the cards because they're not intuitively predicting things. They're reading the cards.
Right.
Yeah, so there's some differences in how they do it.
I just open my mouth and stuff comes out.
I know, that's
Okay.
channeling, honey. But no filter.
No filter. Well,
Yeah.
is that what you wanted?
What do you mean? Is that,
I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you.
oh, I know. Okay, so how much time do we have?
2 minutes.
Really? Is that right?
Yeah.
We talked that long? All right. No readings then?
I don't
We
care.
will get on time. We'll end on time then.
I don't care. What do you
I just want to show y'all I have pulled out a deck that I love. It's called.
I bought that deck in Portland.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I've had this deck a really long
I
time.
know. I bought the same one in Portland.
Oh, okay. Well, then good. We have two of them. It's
We
called,
have 2 of these decks.
It's been around though.
Wait, let me
It's
look at the front. Is that with the? Yeah, I bought that one.
okay.
in
So we're
Portland, too.
good because I love it. It's called the Bianco Nero Tarot. It's really, to me, based on. Seems like it's based on Rider Waite, but the images are so interesting.
Yeah, it's really
Well, it says it's the classic iconography of Visconti Tarot.
yes.
But I don't know. I love it.
Actually, it's really cool. I've read with them.
No, I love some of them, like the Ace of Swords, just a whole
Mm-hmm.
lot of them. They're very, very interesting. I get really good readings out of these. And I just pulled them out again for some reason. Well, actually, I was just looking around for a deck of cards to try with the tarot spreads with the book.
Mark talked me into buying them.
I love them.
I mean, it's not like, and I pay full price for them on top of that, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Well, it's just nice to
I
buy
know.
from somebody else.
Well, he's always nice to us, so
Yeah. So, no, these are really, really good. So we're not doing readings, right?
I don't care.
Well, no,
Ask
we
Matt.
finished. We're finished, right? Time's up. Do one.
Matt
Okay.
said we can do one reading, guys. He said one reading and
Okay,
one reading
so
only.
who's the first
So you
one?
better, whoever says first is who's getting the one reading. So you better be piping
So,
in.
Matt, do you want to show the finger? So you guys, while I was, there's the coolest crystal called a Lithium Quartz, and while we're waiting to see who's going to be the
Carla
one
said do
reading,
a reading for Roger.
you want me to do a reading?
A regular reading or a butt reading, Carla?
Oh my gosh, no, I'm not doing a butt reading. Y'all,
I
can
think it'd
do-
be more entertaining if she did a butt reading for
I'm not
me.
doing a butt reading. I don't know how. Not doing that. Okay, so I'll do a reading for Roger. No, I'll do one for somebody. It's okay if we can't find it. But I was working for.
All right, I got somebody.
I was working on the book, The Magic of Connection, that's coming out by Llewellyn Worldwide Publishing. I'm so excited.
Yep.
And I've been using this lithium quartz, and I wanted to show you, well, I can't right now, but lithium quartz, they're just quartz with lithium in them, but they're really, really, they really will absorb energy and help you calm you down. And mine looks like the one I have been working with looks so beat up that now I'm going to see if I can heal it back, because I have just torn it up so much. Man, I can just hold it up. Okay, and it's gonna. Oh, here it is. There's my lithium quartz. Doesn't that look like a petrified finger you'd find in the woods or something? I mean, like.
When you got that thing, it was clear, and it's had a little bit of that kind of that lithium running through that red burgundy color in it.
Right. So normally, so that's my lithium quartz that I was working with to help me, feel better and help me with my energy. I feel so bad for it now. And now this is what they typically, you want to hold that up?
Yeah.
So to show, this is what they kind of start out looking like. I don't know if we can switch to it quickly. Yeah, that's what they start out looking like. So these are really good crystals. I mean, they I remember when we bought them somewhere else. They were, remember a long time ago, they were really, really expensive. Ours aren't cheap, but yeah, mine's, it's been through it. So we're going to have to try to heal mine's, put them in some soil, I think, is what I'm thinking. All right, so one reading. Who am I reading for?
Greg.
Greg?
Greg.
Okay. Greg?
Yep. He was here today, bought some shungite.
Okay, awesome. So Greg, and I'll pull, are you reading?
Just go ahead.
Okay. So just a general reading for Greg.
General reading for Greg.
Okay. Okay, so that feels like that one goes that way. Okay, so Greg, I feel like you were actually feeling like you were on a roll with some things, like really, really on a roll, and feeling like you were getting actually, and I realize that this could be true of a lot of people right now, but for you specifically, it feels like you were really getting to have some, not that you don't have friends, but getting to really get on a roll and making some connections in business and with some friends and feeling kind of like you were on top of the world. And now you feel like you're kind of being a little, not left out, but kind of pushed out a little bit of something. And I'm not sure what that is, but you're feeling kind of pushed out. But I want you to look at whether or not that's in your mind, if that's an assumption you are making, or whether that's really happening. So in some area of your life, and I'm sure of it, you feel as if there's something edging you out, but you need to take a look about whether that is an assumption you're making. Because I feel like you could go right back to those people and make and clarify things. Because it seems as though it may be a little bit that it's an assumption you're making, whether as opposed to a legitimate reality that's going on. Okay? There we go. What?
Greg, can I say what it was just in real quick? He posted online what it was.
Okay. I didn't see it.
I know you didn't.
Okay.
Give him just a second. See.
Well, he posted.
Oh, he did? So it's okay
If
to
you
say
said,
it?
well, I don't know. Did he post it online?
Yeah, he posted it in the chats.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's in chat, but
Well, I mean, I guess everybody can see it. Yes. So he's going through a divorce. He moved from Ohio to Texas last Tuesday.
okay.
So he just got here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, went through his divorce and all that.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah. I'm going to pull one more card for you, and then we'll be done. So based on that, so I'm not changing what I said because it does apply, actually. But how you move forward with handling that is the star card. So it's interesting with this star card because a lot of times with the star card, they'll be filling up one card while the other while the other cup's emptying. So it's the star card is sort of like temperance. It's sort of about balance, excuse me. But the star card's also about getting attention and stepping into like it's okay to be in the spotlight. But in this card, both cups, are being emptied out. So make sure you're filling up your cup instead of just always pouring out to everybody else. So that too applies when you're going through this. It's like make sure you're refilling instead of just like emptying out and just not, you feel depleted to me. And that does feel like it's because you feel like maybe everybody's taking another side and you just need to take a look at it again because that's not true. Okay? Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that fits.
Yeah.
I hope it fits for him at least. Seems like it does.
Yeah.
So that's it. We covered a lot.
Yep.
kind of.
Didn't get my butt
fluorite
reading.
didn't keep me focused. Clearly, we covered every subject in the world, from
Except-
Sasquatch to fingers to petrified fingers.
Except butt readings.
Well, we covered butt readings a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
we didn't get a butt reading.
You know, I used to wouldn't even say that word.
I know.
That word was not allowed. So,
Booty readings.
not appropriate word.
Booty shaking readings.
Oh my gosh. All right. So, are we good? Are we done? Is there anything we want to announce? Yes.
What?
Sign up for my, I am reading for Tarot Summer School with Ethany Dawn. I have a class. My class is not until August. It's going to be awesome. But you guys, I bought the season pass last year, and it is a great price. I don't know what it is, but I promise you it is. There's 12 teachers. One of them is one of my favorite people in the world. It's the Light Seers deck that I usually have in here. It's right here. Light Seers Tarot. One of my favorite artists. She's with Hay House. But there's 12 in Ethany, Dawn, and then me. But there's 12, and they're master classes.
Here.
Say it fast.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
Anyway, so you can sign up for the season pass, and you can sign up through my Facebook page or any Facebook, Soultopia, all those places. And but you can also sign up just for my class. But I would highly recommend signing up for all of them. And you keep the classes for life.
That's probably the best part about it right there.
You keep the classes for life. I still refer to my classes from last summer, and I'll be buying the season pass this year for sure. And then next weekend, I'm a part of the World Divination Association. There are, I can't tell you how many speakers. It's from, I think it's Saturday and Sunday.
yeah.
That's online too. It's also in our newsletter that we just sent out. And that's only $38. You can listen to it. It's live on Facebook, but you can listen to it later. For every single speaker, Carrie Paris, Rana George, Tony Poole from Germany. She's the Kipper card queen. I mean, I'm talking everybody you can think of.
Are you telling me that, look, I just looked it up, guys. This is $234 for summer school.
Yeah,
12 courses.
For
and
12
you get
courses.
12 courses from expert people, $234.
And you
12
keep it for life.
classes, and you get to keep it and rewatch it whenever
And
you
they're
want
master
to.
classes, yeah. So you keep it for life. And then the
Yeah.
thing next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the next, is awesome too. And it's literally $38. And I'll be talking about my book and giving a tarot spread for my book. So both of those things are big honors to be part of. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would sign up for those. You can look on our website to do that. So yeah.
These actually look like really good classes, too.
They are good classes. So thanks, you guys, for anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks, you guys, for listening.
Since I didn't get my free butt reading.
Okay. That's it for this week, guys. Thanks for joining us. You can listen to SoulWhat on Spotify, the iHeart Radio app, Google Podcast, iTunes, and, of course, by watching live on YouTube at Michelle Soultopia and both of our Facebook pages at SoulWhat and Soultopia Holistic Boutique. Thank you for listening to SoulWhat, where we discuss and you decide what's important to your soul. Good night.
Good night, guys.